Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about DIY Bluetooth speakers. This is one that I have just completed, and it has its pluses and minuses to it. Now, the material the box itself is built out of, and I did build the box myself, is mostly just bamboo. I built it out of 2 IKEA cutting boards, and I can't remember the name of them right now, but they're bamboo. They're roughly about 5/8 of an inch thick, and they're fairly inexpensive. I think they're only like $10 each. The back is made out of pine. It was just a pine scrap I had laying around. And you may notice some interesting features here. The base port and this back plate that I pulled off of a cheap Polaroid Bluetooth speaker I found in a thrift store for like $5. Now, it does charge through micro USB, has an on-off switch that I got eBay. I think I bought 10 for $1 or 10 for $1.50, something like that, shipped from China. And most of the electronics you're going to see inside are Chinese, of course, because that's where all the crap comes from today. This amplifier board here, it's supposed to put out, I think, 3 watts times 2, so 6 watts. Or 6 watts plus 6 watts, which it doesn't do that on 5 volts. It only pulls about 1 amp at maximum volume. The whole system does. So at 5 volts, that's only going to be 5 watts total. Maybe if you fit it more amperage, it would, but it doesn't without that. Now the battery is a leftover tablet battery from an RCA tablet that I broke years ago, but I saved the battery. This goes down, wires in to a charging board, which looks like this. Or not like this, it looks like, I'm sorry, wrong one. This right here, it's a 03962A board, and it's like a TP something. I can't remember the name of the chip, but it's got 2 little LEDs right here for when it's charging, and it has been charged, and it actually charge regulates your lithium ion power supplies. And yeah, okay, that is the same one. But I buy these in multiples. They're $1 each or something like that, 75 cents. And from there, because you're getting your 3.7 volt power supply out of the battery, comes into here, comes back out, and that's charged at 5 volts, but it's going to come back out at a voltage below 5. So I've got it going to what this is here, which is called a boost converter. And then from the boost converter, running to the amplifier, and then to the radio tuner, which basically looks like this. It's a version of this one right here, which is a very popular little module you can get on eBay for around $2 to $5, and it has an input in the back so you can set up a headphone jack input or whatever, a line level input, and output. Let's see here, this is the output, that's the input, and that's for your power supply in. It doesn't take a lot, it doesn't have an amplifier built in, that's why you need this amp. And then here we have our headphone jack running to the back. And as you can see, that all runs into this little Bluetooth speaker module. Speakers themselves are 4-inch Infinity coaxials that I pulled out of a friend's old car that he was scrapping. And this right here is the antenna for the FM radio function. Now, the pluses. I've got the only Bluetooth speaker in the world that looks exactly like this. Minuses. This thing is very noisy on Bluetooth, and it's not quiet. You can hear it making a very high-pitched noise when the volume is down. And you can generally cover it up by turning it up, but that's kind of bad. It's got a turn-on thump with the amp. I don't know exactly how to solve that yet. And also a fair amount of hiss. And then you can set up your gain using this knob, and set it up so that you can max out your volume without distorting the speakers, and that is what I did with this one. But overall, it's an interesting project. making it all fit together and work together. It sounds fairly decent. I set it up with this aux jack in the back so I can use it as a speaker with my television instead of a sound bar, which I don't have yet. And, you know, just general functionality. This up here, this slot, unfortunately I did cut it too wide, and that is for a cell phone to sit on top of. But overall it works pretty good. 4,000 milliamp hour battery. It will run for about 4 hours at top volume, but usually you're only really pulling about 250 milliamps, not 1,000. So you can probably get about 16 hours or so of runtime with this before you have to charge it. And like I said, micro USB makes it real easy. One of the more interesting things, I took an LED right here. This doesn't actually have any light going to it. I cut the leads off, but it's located near the LEDs in the little charging board. So you still see the light through the LED, and it'll still show through the back, but it's not as extremely bright as it is with the SMD LEDs that are on the board. But if you're looking to build a Bluetooth speaker, just understand that using those generic Chinese components that you're going to get on eBay, the sound quality is not really that good. It is, I guess, if you get some of the higher end stuff, but for a lot of this run-of-the-mill stuff, it's using the same chips, and it has some defects in the design, so it's going to be a little bit of a letdown. But if you just enjoy a cool DIY project like this, have at it. It can be fun and can be rewarding, and it does give you something practical that you can use when you're done. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and if you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down and tell me why. I do respond to most of my comments, because after all, this is a new YouTube channel with only 15 subscribers. And please subscribe. Help me get to that magical 20 subscriber mark that I've been shooting for. And have a good day, and hope you enjoyed the video.